Welcome. Today is not just another day. It's a fresh start. Another chance to believe in yourself. To take control. To stop overthinking and start living. You may not see it yet, but within you lies strength that has yet to be awakened. Power that you haven't fully tapped into. And today, you will. Because as Dale Carnegie once said, it isn't what you have, or who you are or where you are, or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it. Your mind is the steering wheel of your life. If you control your thoughts, you control your direction. So what are you feeding your mind? Doubt, fear, regret, or belief, hope, courage? Because you get to choose. And the moment you change your thoughts, you start to change your world. You do not have to be fearless to start. You just have to start. Fear will follow you everywhere until you face it head on. You don't defeat fear by avoiding it. You defeat fear by acting through it. Dale Carnegie said, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. That's it. Take action. Do something, anything toward your goals. Move forward even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, even if no one believes in you yet. You're not supposed to have all the answers. You're supposed to try, to experiment, to fall, to learn, to rise again. Failure is not your enemy. Fear of trying is. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than they can count. But they kept going. Why? Because they understood. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. So stop asking, what if I fail? And start asking, what if I fly? You don't need anyone's permission to become who you're meant to be. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to begin. People might not understand your journey. They might doubt you, mock you, ignore you. That's okay. This journey is not for them. It's for you. It's your life. And it only happens once. So how will you live it? Will you play it safe? Or will you play it bold? Will you sit on the sidelines? Or will you step into the arena? Will you let fear decide your future? Or will you decide it for yourself? Remember what Carnegie said. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. So even if it looks dark right now, keep going. Even if no one claps for you, clap for yourself. Even if the odds are against you, show up anyway. Progress doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being persistent. Let's talk about people. Your ability to connect with others can change everything. Your relationships will define the quality of your life. Carnegie's most famous book was not about tricks. It was about treating people with kindness and respect. Smile, listen, remember names. Make others feel important. Important, sincerely. It's not manipulation. It's humanity. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And now, let's come back to you. You are enough. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are not falling behind. You are growing, and growth is messy. You don't need to earn your worth through achievement. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You simply need to be yourself, fully, courageously, authentically. Carnegie said, believe that you will succeed and you will. So believe. Believe even when you're uncertain. Believe when no one else does. Because your self-belief is the foundation of everything. Now let's face one last thing, worry. How much of your life has been wasted on things that never even happened? Carnegie said worry is the greatest thief of joy. Stop living in what ifs. Live in what now. You can't change the past. You can't control the future. But you can take action today. This is your time. You don't need to be perfect, just present. You don't need to be fearless, just willing. You don't need to have it all together, just begin. And don't stop until your life becomes the kind of story that inspires others to rise too. And now we move forward into the parts of you that you haven't even met yet. Because every time you take a small step into discomfort, you meet a stronger version of yourself. You don't grow by staying comfortable. You grow by leaning into challenge. You grow by being honest with yourself, by asking the hard questions, by facing the truth and still choosing to move forward. The truth is life will never be easy, but you are not here for easy. You are here for growth, for impact, for change, for meaning. You're here to contribute something real. With your hands, your voice, your heart. There are people in this world right now waiting for your story, for your gift, for your courage, but they can't receive it until you release it. Don't keep your greatness hidden. Share it, dare to be seen. Not because you're perfect, but because you're honest about your process. That honesty is what makes you powerful. Let's speak about decision-making. Carnegie believed clarity comes through action, not endless thinking. So many people are frozen not because they lack intelligence, but because they overthink everything. They ask, what if I'm wrong? What if I choose the wrong path? But what if the wrong path is actually the path that teaches you the most? What if the detour is the doorway? You can't get to the right path without trying something. Movement creates clarity. So take the step. You can adjust along the way. You can pivot. You can evolve. But nothing happens until you begin. Waiting for the perfect moment is just fear in disguise. The most successful people in the world didn't wait. They built while it was messy. They learned as they went. They made mistakes and they kept going. Be that person. Start now. Let's talk about leadership. Not titles, not control, but real leadership. The kind that starts with your example. You lead every time you take responsibility, every time you respond with patience, every time you choose integrity over ego. You don't have to be the loudest in the room to be the leader. You just have to be the one who listens, who learns, and who lives with purpose. Dale Carnegie said, when dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but creatures of emotion. Lead with understanding. Lead with heart. That's what people remember. Not what you say, but how you make them feel. Let's shift. Let's speak about identity. Who do you believe you are? Because your identity shapes your destiny. If you believe you're a failure, you'll find a way to fail. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll sabotage your own success. But if you believe you're capable, if you believe you are becoming, you'll rise to that vision every single day. So ask yourself, who am I becoming with my current thoughts? With my current habits? With my current attitude? And if you don't like the answer, the beautiful thing is you can change it. Starting today, your identity is not fixed. It is shaped by your choices. Shift the story you tell yourself and you shift the life you live. Let's go even deeper into something most people avoid: forgiveness. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is power. It is freedom. Holding on to resentment is like carrying bricks in your backpack and wondering why life feels heavy. Let it go. Forgive others not because they always deserve it, but because you deserve peace. And don't forget to forgive yourself. Yes, you made mistakes. You fell short, but that's part of being human. What matters is not who you were, but who you choose to be now. The past is a place of reference, not residence. Visit it for the lessons, but live in the present, because that's where change happens. Now breathe, right now. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel that? That's life. That's opportunity. That's a reminder that as long as you're breathing, you're not done yet. There is still more for you, more to give, more to build, more to become. You've come too far to give up now. You've survived too much to let fear win. So don't stop, not now. Not when you're finally waking up to your own potential. You are not here by accident. You are here on purpose, with purpose. So what's next? Action, clarity, progress, kindness, compassion. Consistency. You don't need to change the whole world today. Just change your approach. Change your words. Change your energy, and that changes everything. Let me remind you of a truth. Dale Carnegie believed deeply. People will forget what you say. They'll forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So be the one who uplifts. Be the one who listens. Be the one who sees the light in others and then reflects it back to them. And finally, be that person for yourself. Encourage yourself. Believe in yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love. You are not behind. You are in motion. You are evolving. You are exactly where you need to be to take the next step. And now you take it.